What is up, my lovely people? I'm making this video today because I hit 10,000 subscribers the other day. And I realized that back when I had, less than 1,000 subscribers, I could really be in touch with my audience. And everyone knew everything about me, or so it seems. But these days, I feel like I have so many people, I can't even keep up. I can't even tell all y'all about who I am and what I do and all that sort of stuff. So, today, I'm here to show you who is Jwool. Let's find out, baby. My name is James Quinn Wool. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, and I am 17 years old. I was born in August. I'm a Virgo. And I turn 18 in August. Very exciting. I've lived in the same town my whole life. It's a relatively large town, but still considered a town and not a city. It's more of a suburb, kind of south of Phoenix. But it is considered part of Phoenix. But yeah, man, I lived here my whole life. I've lived in this very house my entire life, man. My parents divorced when I was 3 years old. I have some faint memories of that. Some of my first memories are that. And so I live part-time at my dad's house. And in the fall, I'm going to be moving to Flagstaff, Arizona, where I will be attending Northern Arizona University, aka NAU, baby. Go Lumberjacks. I'm going to be studying creative media and film. I recently discovered my passion for film and writing just about, May, about 2 months ago, month or two ago. I took a class called Creative Writing, and I just fell in love with it, man. I fell in love with the writing aspect. I fell in love with the fact that I could make screenplays, and I just enjoyed it overall. And then I started doing YouTube back in November, or I think it was October, where I posted my first video. And I started doing YouTube, started making these videos like, 17-year-old skaters talk about love, skater talks about life, sort of like that kind of thing, man. And I just really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the video aspect, so I decided that I wanted to create films, I wanted to act in films, I wanted to be a writer. I kind of just wanted to do anything in the entertainment industry, man. And from a young age, I've always considered myself to be a decently funny guy. Other people have considered me to be a decently funny guy, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to be a comedian, because about 2 years ago, here's where we get into the sad part, is about 2 years ago, I started experiencing depression for the first time. I was about 15. I was working at McDonald's, and I was just quite miserable. I was having some unaliving thoughts, and it was getting pretty bad, man. I gotta admit, it was getting pretty bad. But I persevered, I kept going, and I used comedy as a coping mechanism. So I would watch creators like Theo Von, Bobby Lee, Joe Rogan I liked, Tom Segura. I like watching Kill Tony these days, very funny. So fast forward to pretty much like November, December of last year, I started getting really down. As you can see, I posted this video called I'm Not Doing Well, and that's what got my channel, brought it back from the dead kind of thing. But I posted this video because I wanted to let my subscribers know that I wasn't doing well and that my video uploads might not be as consistent, but it turns out a lot of people related to me, and a lot of people were experiencing similar issues. So I kept making videos on the topic of my mental health. I just had a sneaky suspicion that my mic wasn't on, and I got scared. These days it is July, It's July 15th, and I've been experiencing extreme depression since then. It got extremely worse back in May, and I just had so many thoughts of unaliving. I had thoughts of running away, and obviously I didn't end up doing any of those things. Thank the heavens. I did self-harm one time, but that was just a one-time thing. And I have the urge to do it again, but I'm not going to, because I value my life, man. And even though I don't want to be here, I do, I value what I do have. So I make these little video journals, man. And apparently people relate to me. Apparently people find me, I guess I talk about mental health, and not a lot of people do that. So, people like it, man. People like it. and it's good to see people liking my content. It feels good to have someone relate to me, and just to know that I'm not alone, because that, it's just so much worse when you isolate yourself and when you feel alone. And boy, have I isolated myself over the past few months, man. I've lost a few friends. I pretty much don't have any friends right now. Like, I have like 3 friends maybe, and one of them is my roommate that I've only met once. But he was a good guy, man. He was chill. He was a chill dude. What else you want to know about me, man? Let me tell you some stuff, all right? I'm real into sports. I grew up, and my first sport I played was basketball at the age of 4, and I fell in love with that immediately. I loved it, man. Let's throw some pictures on screen here, man. It was just, I loved the game. I loved it. And I played it all until I was probably 14. Played it competitively until I was 14. I still play it recreationally on occasion, but that, I developed some anger issues from that. We'll talk about that in a minute. I grew up, I played baseball as well, just for one season. I did soccer for one season. And then when I got to middle school, I started doing track and field. I did some running events such as the 400 meter and 75 meter hurdles. And then I also did high jump and long jump, which I loved so much. High jump was my absolute favorite, and I continued to do it until the sophomore year of high school. Once I got to high school, I quit the running events altogether because it was it was too much for me, man. They wanted us to run, like run, and I hated running, so I just quit that. I did high jump full time. Sophomore year, I discovered a new thing in track and field called javelin, which is this big stick and you just throw it. And the best part about javelin was there was no running to do. So I loved it, man. It was the best. I did it sophomore year, I did it junior year, and I did it part of senior year. But then my work schedule and my track schedule collided, so I had to quit track, which I now do not regret doing because it led me to do YouTube more, which is amazing. Some other fun stuff about me. So yeah, I throw javelin. I'm also left-handed in writing, eating, anything like that. And I'm right-handed in sports. Throwing. I'm right-footed in kicking. I can cut like with a knife with both hands. I'm ambidextrous with that for some reason. Actually, I do know the reason. It's because every time I would go to cut as a child, I would actually forget which hand I was supposed to use. And so I just used whichever one I felt like, and now I'm ambidextrous. So that's pretty cool. I also have this weird condition where I can't burp. So if you ever see me in a video go like and kind of talk a bit funny for a second, it's because I get this weird thing in my stomach where it just kind of like goes up and it feels like a hiccup but in your throat. It's not very fun. I also have a condition called VSS, aka visual snow syndrome, where I see static all the time. I close my eyes and I'm seeing static right now. I'm seeing shapes and colors. I'm seeing that kind of thing. I look at objects and they kind of move a bit. I run into doors sometimes. I run into walls because I can't tell that I'm like. I'll run into a door because I think I'm in the middle of the door frame, but I'm actually kind of diagonal. So that's why I do that. That's why that happens to me. I was also recently diagnosed with major depressive disorder and ADHD. So there's that. Let's just throw that all on the table, baby. Some other stuff. When it comes to like games, I'm not really a big gamer, but I do like geography and I do like chess. So you might catch me playing some of those games on stream. You might catch me playing Minecraft on stream one day. Also, guys, I really fell in love with live streaming. I know you guys have enjoyed my live streams, but I have really fell in love with them. It is just such a fun thing to me, and my favorite part is interacting with you, the viewer. Favorite part, absolutely, is interacting with the chat. It has to be, dude. It has to be. That's the best part of streaming. What else about me, man? Who is Jwool? Oh yeah, so let's talk about the future. So I'm 17 right now. By the time I get to college, I'll still be 17, but I turn 18 shortly after. And like I said, my major is creative media and film. So I want to eventually write and produce TV shows and movies. I just want to be in the entertainment industry, possibly acting. And like I said, I'm going to try to do stand-up comedy. It might be this summer before I turn 18, and it might be after this summer up in Flagstaff. Who knows? just whenever I get a set together, I need to visit some comedy clubs and kind of study what they do, and then I need to sign up, and it's a whole thing. Also, once I turn 18 up in Flagstaff, I'm going to apply to as many film studios as I can, whether it be as an internship or an acting job and a job as an extra. Like, I'll do anything. I'll do anything, dude. I want that so bad. I would just want to be in that industry. But my goals in life are pretty much just to eventually, write and produce one TV show, write and produce one movie, and act in a few maybe. I don't know, dude. I just want to be in that industry. But yeah, so I'm heading up to college soon, and I'm really excited. It's going to be an amazing experience. I'm going to have some awesome vlogs. I'm going to have some awesome videos to create. My roommate is a super cool dude. I met him last week. So, you wanted to know who Jwool is, or you probably didn't. I just figured I should make this video. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for 10K. I actually can't believe how far we've come. But you guys are not just numbers to me. That's the thing. You guys, I know all 10,385 of you right now you're real people, dude. And you're real people who have problems like me. You relate to me, you know. And even if you don't relate to me, you see part of yourself in me. And I totally get it, man. So I really do hope you stick around for the ride. And, yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next one. Next video, we're going to be talking about societal norms, baby. Stay tuned, boy. Subscribe.